Hey, this is Notser, and we're in the Tier 10 Japanese cruiser Zao. It has 12 203mm guns, 20 torpedoes, 70 AE defense rating, a surface detect of 9.7 kilometers, top speed 34.5 knots, total 40,800. For my modules, reduce crit chance on main battery, increase main battery accuracy, range, reduce the chance of flood and fire, faster rudder shift, concealment. For my commander, situation awareness, basic survivability, basic firing training, faster turret traverse, superintendent, demolition expert, and concealment again. We are on the map Shatter, and it's been a while since I've played this ship. That doesn't mean I don't like it. I love this ship. It's so strong. The detectability alone makes me just feel so giddy getting close to enemy destroyers and them not suspecting a thing until it's too late. Because there's one thing that Zao is good at. It's good at killing everything because its HE is just so powerful. Now, we have a couple friendly destroyers who are about to run into the Khabarovsk. And that ship does not play around with destroyers. It eats them for breakfast. So we're going to try and assist. And first salvo, not a good sign. I assumed he was going to overturn. Boy, was I wrong. I shot just next to him. The Fletcher is going to pull a Notser. He sent out his torpedoes, but I fear that they were not sent as soon as he needed to. We land 3,600. Unfortunately, oh man, the Fletcher got detonated. Just making it worse, right? Game is telling us it's gonna end up with a loss, and I was not keen on this game at the start. I was going, wow. If we have that kind of luck, there's no way we're going to win this game. So I try and go back at the Des Moines. I show him who's boss. I don't really do any damage. I don't cause any fires. And I'm just a passenger at this point. I'm watching as the Tashkent and the Baltimore try and fight off the Tier 10 destroyer. The Tier 10 destroyer, the Khabarovsk, takes out the friendly Tashkent. Who would have seen that coming, right? The Tashkent is not as good as the Khabarovsk. I think that's pretty much 100% accepted by everyone. So we've lost 2 destroyers for their 1 Tier 10. Maybe that's worth it. I don't really know at this point. I do know that Des Moines is not going to let me have line of sight on his ship he's going to capture. I was figuring, okay, well, maybe we could go after the Fubuki and the Kagero. I believe that's a Kagero. I didn't really catch it. Baltimore, please tell me you're not going in to fight a Des Moines. There's a huge jump in power from the Baltimore to the Des Moines. I think the rate of fire doubles or triples. Please don't go in there, man. Only death and destruction wait for you there. But I might have an angle. I need to tip the scale in our favor. There's no way this Baltimore should expect to win, even with a health advantage. So, yeah, we get an angle. We got an angle. We got HE loaded. And we're going to try and assist, maybe get a fire. We've got a huge percentage. I think it's like 22%. I think it's the highest cruiser in the game, percentage-wise, for HE. And yeah, first shot, we set him on fire. Now, I think I was the only one who set him on fire, which means he used his damage control. However, that's 6 or 7k. I think the Baltimore can handle himself. Oh, it's getting close. Come on, Baltimore. Kill him. Kill him before he kills you. Now, we're going into the den. We've got a Fubuki, and he wants to send his torpedoes, of course. I'm going to try and use this island as a shield. Anytime you're in a position... Oh, nice! Anytime you're in a position like this, if you're going towards an island, he can't get a good angle to lead you. So you're basically protected from torpedoes. And it looks like his friend sent out another set, but this should be, yeah, the kill shot. Zao is just so strong at killing targets with HE. Doesn't matter the target, it is a consistent contender for the top cruiser at Tier 10. It's probably a little bit underperforming when the target doesn't have good angling, but when you face bow-on targets, good angled players, you can do a lot of damage and they can't do anything about it. So we saw that the Kagero sent out torpedoes on the other side of the island. There's no way that Fubuki is responsible for all those torpedoes. So he's somewhere close. And initially I was detected. I felt like it could be because he was within detection. So I'm looking around and I didn't spot it. I see it now in review. He popped his smoke on the northwest side of A. I'm thinking, hey, maybe he's over by B. Maybe he's doing something there. But no, Notser. He's over right in that smoke area. And I basically pick up on it at that point. But I was also committed to trying to get in position to support B. And this dastardly deed, he tried to send out his torpedoes on me, but I was aware. And I still have hydroacoustic. You notice I popped hydroacoustic. It's a good skill if you're aggressive like me. There's not a lot of aircraft carriers. That's just the facts. They either have to make them a little bit more fun to play or just reinvent the wheel a little bit what they provide. We'll see if the assists, scouting ribbons that are coming at some point make carrier players feel like they want to play it. Because right now, I'm just not seeing a lot of them. And this guy is just under a huge amount of fire. We miss out on about 700 damage that would have killed him. Friendlies finish off the target. We take A. So far, this is a pretty close match. They have a point advantage, but we have a ship advantage. And I notice this is enemy. Shimakaze is going to be using that very narrow gap. So he's probably not going to be able to get an angle to send torpedoes. And in fact, it looks like he sent them against the friendly Zhao. So I'm going to aggressively push towards him. I have the aircraft overhead that's scouting him too. He's not going to hide from us. I want to try and get as quickly around the corner and kill him. You know, maybe he's saving one last set just for me. That's the kind of mentality you got to play. Cover everything. We have not taken a single point of damage. We've basically been in the right place at the right time. We avoided the huge push by the enemy on the eastern flank. Let's not throw it away to a stupid torpedo attack. The friendly Zhao unfortunately dies. And I don't want to go any further than this island. So there is a nice little maneuver that I'm going to try and perform. I'm going to just try and go through this narrow choke and avoid any enemy contact with this island. It's very rare that I get to go through this. In fact, I don't think I've gone, and he's backing up. He knows. Both sides are going to crunch him. He's trying to go back, but he probably didn't expect to take this much damage right up the rear. And there's nothing he could do. I outclass him in so many ways. He can't get good angling. All I need are my front guns. We take him out, and I'm trying to stop. Please, ship, stop. I really would like to capture this point. Please, and just... Oh, man! That was so close to capturing it. So we're going to back up. And we're going to try it again. Capture attempt number 2. Just so close. And I felt that enemy Run. He was about to come around. He's going to show himself. Now, I have a detection of 9.7 kilometers. He will not see me. I can dictate whether to fire before we capture or to just take advantage of a perfect broadside citadel. You notice I switched to AP. I did that because I felt like these guys are going to be vulnerable. So once I confirm that we basically captured the base, I'm going to line up a shot, and we're going to use our method. He's about 5 seconds out. 1.5 of 5 seconds is about 8, 9. And I give a little bit more lead just in case for the speed of the ship. Cruisers are a little bit faster than 1.5, but 1.5 is much easier than calculating for like 1.6, 1.66, you know. We're getting into ridiculous numbers. You got to do it fast. And we do a little bit of damage on him. Admittedly, we probably take a little bit too much damage considering I didn't have to risk my ship at all. I could have waited until the last second, get one fire before they go around that island. But I'm a little aggressive, right? Now, this North Carolina is a little aggressive. He's going into B against 2 battleships, 2 cruisers, and a destroyer. We lose a cruiser. I get a perfect broadside, and I'm going to take him out. 8K. No citadel, but 8K is pretty good. I'm going to let my team know, hey, we've got some bogeys over there, and we need to deal with them. And I've been basically stuck behind this island, like, way too long. And we've got some big muscle over here. We got a tier 9 and a tier 10 battleship. Oh my, this is not good. Yeah, look at who he's turning on. Why would you turn on me? I'm just a cruiser. I can't hurt you. And yeah, of course, the Yamato, he fires on me. We get 7K with our back guns. AP all the way broadside, my friends. It's just so good. It really is, and he recognizes it. He's going to angle and only have his front guns. I'm going to lose my effectiveness with AP. I switch to HE, and I don't want to stay. No, 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 no. Let's get out of here. Go full speed. That Zhao backed up just so he could shoot me. I think he's shooting me. Yeah, he's shooting me. Oh, yeah, he's shooting me with HE. That son of a Zhao. I'm going to try and get a return shot, and if we can clear the island, okay, we could end up with a citadel. I don't want to run into the island. Yeah, we did get a citadel. Good. The Iowa and the Yamato are engaged with the enemy Yamato. And we'll see how that goes, of course. I think we have an advantage just purely out of course, the Zhao sends torpedoes. The Iowa is pushing too aggressively. He takes 1 on the nose, 2 on the nose, and he's showing a perfect broadside. Yeah. Wow. And I see the torpedoes. You know what? Let's get out of here. Let's not take any more torpedoes while we're getting out of here. We're going to go after the enemy, Rune. And you got to confirm, in these narrow chokes, the worst thing you could do is pull a Notser. So, yeah, it looks like we're going to be out of here. The torpedo range, I completely forgot. I was so focused on not dying. The Zhao's torpedo range is actually pretty bad. It's about 8 kilometers. That's really low. I don't think there was a short-range torpedo on a Japanese cruiser below 10 kilometers for like 4 or 5 tiers. So you definitely notice it. Now, of course, it moves really fast. It has a low cooldown. It's really devastating if you get within 8 kilometers of the target. Now we got HE loaded, trying to get a little bit of damage as we get out of here. There's just nothing I can do, right? I can't back up and show my side. That would be suicidal. I have to just go on through and come back around. And honestly, that's probably a decision I would not make without experience. I would think, oh, there's no way. Let's just stay here and help the team. I don't want to lose them. But it really is very dangerous to try and move around slowly in front of a great big battleship like that. Now, we're not landing any damage, but our battleship's doing a lot better than his battleship. And yep, this enemy, Rune, he's right here. He knows me. He wants me. His guns are ready for me. And we have our guns ready for him, and I'm going to try and get as neutral as possible. He's firing AP, guarantee it. And he basically does no damage. That's the best sound. Just doinks off of your ship, and he hits the island. So now that we're ready, we've got AP loaded. Who is going to make the first mistake? Is he going to come around too open? I cannot afford to be open, so I recognize that. I also angle. He recognizes it too. Look how close he's coming to the island. Seems like both of these players understand how to play the game. I fire my AP, which surprisingly does 6K. He fires. I slow down just to avoid the shot. And I have a huge advantage. Remember, the Germans, in general, have more firepower to the rear. They're much better at retreating, but this offensive push is not really designed for them. The US cruisers are far better at it. I'm going to use my torpedoes. It's very rare that I get to. And all I want to do is force him to maneuver. I realize he's probably not going to fall for it, but he's showing a perfect broadside. So he's made a mistake, and I'm going to load the AP. Now you can see the torpedoes nowhere near the target. His back guns fire. We have good angling, although I think he hit the superstructure a little bit, so it did do damage. Come on, give me the citadel, give it! No citadel. We do get 7,500, and we defend the base, but he's not going to capture in front of us. Still, great angling. He's just too wide open. You have to stay disciplined. You can't be frustrated with the scenario. We take him out. No citadel, but we minimize the damage we took. I think he started out with more health. If he didn't, we definitely minimized the damage we took. We've got 18,000 hit points left. My heal is on cooldown. Someone is capturing B. And this game has been very interesting. I have not been in a scenario that often where I've been forced to come to a complete stop, have a battleship with me locked in their sights with multiple cruisers and still be pretty healthy. It's just very rare that you are given that opportunity. And I think most of this comes down to we basically focused down all of their destroyers. We took them all out. The Shimakaze made a mistake. He got himself in a hole and he couldn't get out of it. So we were able to just go around the map and see our enemy before we had to deal with it. The destroyer, I did not think I would hit that shot. I just barely got over the island to hit him. He's trying to escape. I take out the remnant of that German cruiser. Now they don't have any idea I'm here. There's 2 battleships and 1 cruiser, and that Yamato is feeling the pain. He's actually healing above 9k, but he was that low. Our team did a good job. The enemy Amagi has basically been out of the fight, although he's taken a lot of damage from something, so maybe a long-range battery fire from a battleship. I don't know. The friendly Fubuki is capturing, and that's great for him. I was just telling him, hey, you want to be very careful. The Zhao could fire on you, and you want to be aware that that is a possibility. And he pops the smoke. Absolutely no threat that he's going to take damage. He does a great job. So we're just trying to lock this up. We easily have a ship advantage. We easily have B point. The only way we could lose this is if that Shimakaze threw himself away. It looks like he has no intention of getting close to the enemy. The Fubuki dying. For the Kutuzov, they're not going to die, right? We're just trying to get into position to do damage to the enemy Zhao, because it looks like he does not want to leave the safety of the island. He recognizes that there's a battleship that will have a perfect broadside. And I'm really hoping we get one shot. It looks like he's going to cross right in front of us. We have HE loaded, which is unfortunate considering the angling he's going to have, but who would have known that he's going to show a perfect broadside in this scenario? And we're going to try and lean him. He's taking fire. Maybe he's going to get clipped by the torpedo. He definitely sees us. No, the torpedo misses. We do 6,700. Who's going to die first? I think the Zhao is set to die. He's just under 3k. And can we get over the island? Come on! Please be high enough. Please be high enough. Oh, I think it was fully absorbed by the island. Oh man, the friendly's going to take a lot of torpedoes. Stop! Save yourself! Wow. That game, that torpedo was less than a meter off of his hull. I'm sure he's happy. We are pretty happy too. We got 4 kills, 7 fires, 2 citadels, 9 base defenses. We helped capture 2 bases. We earned 3,264 base XP. That's because we played the objectives quite well, I would say. We did around 125,000 points of damage, maybe 123,000 points of damage. I'm very happy with that game. We had great angling. We took out targets that were of opportunity. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time.